As a Muslim, we know prayer is the duty of every Muslim. Because prayer is the difference between Muslims and non-Muslims. Prayer has pillars that must be fulfilled in order for the prayer to be accepted. Many of us already know takbir, bowing, prostration and other pillars. But there are two pillars that are often forgotten to pay more attention when doing Salah prayer. The first is al-Fatiha. All Muslims surely know this when they doing Salah prayer. Al-Fatiha must be recited in every cycle. Because there is no Salah prayer without al-Fatiha. From Ubadah bin Ash-Shamit, Rasulullah peace be upon him said. Not valid to pray people who do not read Fatihatul book. But what we will emphasize here is not about the obligation to read al-Fatiha, but in how to read it. While reading al-Fatiha, we should pay attention to punctuation marks and how to read them. If we read it wrong, that will change the meaning it contains. And it can invalidate our prayers. Because there are still many who underestimate when reading the Surah al-Fatiha. Evaluation of al-Fatiha recitation is therefore always necessary. And because of the position of Surat al-Fatiha, many people learn to read Surat al-Fatiha over and over again to avoid read errors. The second is tumanina. Among the fatal mistakes made by some Muslims in their Salah prayers is leaving tumanina. What is meant by tumanina is calm and not in a hurry. Tumanina in prayer is one of the pillars of prayer. Prayer is not considered valid without tumanina. Rasulullah peace be upon him once reminded one of his companions. Rasulullah said, if you stand up to pray, then say the takbir, then recite the verses of the Quran that are easy for you. After that, bow until you really bow with tumanina. Then, get up until you are upright. After that, prostrate until you really prostrate with tumanina. Then, get up until you are really sitting with tumanina. Do it in your entire prayer. This is what many Muslims forget when praying, which can make our prayers rejected, if we are not tumanina in carrying it out. And here's the closing hadith. Imam Muslim narrated in his Shahi from Aisha, she said. And he Rasulullah peace be upon him, if he lifts his head from bowing, he will not fall prostrate until he stands perfectly. And if he raises his head from prostration, he shall not prostrate until he sits perfectly. May Allah always give us tawfiq and guidance in every move of our Salah prayer. So may Allah will pleased and accepted our deeds. God bless you all.